comparison review of two personal airbrush kits that I got. Okay, when I say I didn't buy them. They were sent, both kits were sent to me by the companies or by representatives of the companies. So there's no compensation for this video. I actually decided to do this the comparison video for y'all just because I know there's probably videos out there reviewing one based on and reviewing the other, but there's not one to compare the both of them. So I don't know if there is. There may be, and I just don't know it. Anyways, the two airbrush kits that I'm going to be reviewing, they're both personal kits, or both designed for personal use. One is the Temptu AIRpod, and the other is Dinair, their personal deluxe airbrush kit. First off, the Temptu. From what I've noticed with the Temptu, the only things that you can really do for it makeup-wise, that you can really use it for makeup-wise, are for blush, foundation, and highlight. You can also use it for contouring if you got a different shade of foundation. You know, for example, you could just buy a darker shade and use that as your contouring. Temptu also, however, does have powder products that you can use. So like once you finish your foundation, you can set it with the powder. Same thing with the highlight and the blush. However, that's about all you can do with it, as far as I know. You can't really do eyeshadow with it. You could to some degree. You could use, you know, the colors that you would buy for the foundation or blush or contouring or a highlight, and you can do a full look off of that if you wanted to, because you do have the control of product that comes out, you know, with the pressure through this dial here. So you could, hypothetically speaking, if you wanted to do a complete look with this whole product. However, that would require you having to buy the different foundation colors and, like I said, you know, and stuff like that. And because of that, you'd pretty much only be limited to neutral looks. So for those of you who like the colorful looks and everything else like that, there's not really a lot of green people walking around here, so you can't really buy a green color foundation and use it for eyeshadow. So that's my drawback with the Temptu. The actual review of it, though, if you want to see it, I did actually review it. The foundation itself, it's Temptu. The foundation's going to be good. I'm actually wearing the Temptu foundation right now, and the blush and the highlight. So, and it's not like I really prefer it over the Dinair. I like both of them. It's just what I had on, because I'm actually recording this video after I did the review of this, so that's why I have it on. Dinair is more like an actual airbrush, like what you see professionals use. If you used to, you know, paint model airplanes or cars or anything like that when you were younger, this probably looks familiar. It is a gravity-fed airbrush gun, and by that I mean you have to tilt it, you have to keep it at some sort of an angle to make sure that your product is being fed down into the gun so that you can apply it. That's not really a big deal once you use it because of how the gun is set up. It's very easy to use. Also, because it's like a gun, it's more like holding a pencil or a pen. It's more like holding a brush like you're used to. Whereas Temptu, they have this big thing. I don't normally hold pens that are that big, so it is kind of hard for me to use angle-wise when I'm trying to get this side of my face because I am right-handed. So I do find myself having to rely on my left hand to get this side of my face more, which doesn't really leave me that confident in the application of this side of my face with the Temptu AIRpod because of how big and bulky this is, because I can't hold it very easily in my right hand and get this angle. But that could just be me. Dinair, like I said, because it is more like an airbrush, it is more like holding a brush or a pencil or a pen, just something of this average size that you were used to, it is easier to get along on this side. You don't have a big honking thing blocking your view of the mirror. or camera or whatnot if you do tutorials. So that's one point for Dinair as far as size-wise is concerned. Application technique or application of makeup is very even flowed with this, just like with the Temptu. So that, you know, when it comes to comparing how they apply the makeup, they're both very equal. There is no comparison. They are just very equal as far as even application of makeup and blush and everything else like that. But where the difference lies between the two is in what you are able to do with them and how you can hold it, in my opinion. Because I can hold this easier, this one wins. Because the gun is actually like an airbrush gun where you can apply, you can put in your own colors. That allows you to do a complete look with the Dinair personal kit as opposed to the Temptu. And because you can put in whatever colors you want, that means you can have green foundation if you wanted to. Overall, because of what you can do with this, with the Dinair personal kit as opposed to what you can do with the Temptu personal kit, I would recommend buying Dinair over buying Temptu, mainly because of that. Now, I don't know if Temptu plans on expanding their AirPod product to allow you to be able to do eyeshadow sometime in the future. I hope they do, only because if the product should fail in sales simply because of that, it would suck. Because ultimately this still is a good product, especially for foundation and for blush. I mean, you know, look, I'm very happy with foundation-wise applying this. I just hate the fact that it's limited in its uses. Another thing, like going back to the foundation thing, with Dinair, I was sent four foundation shades. And at the time that I got it, one of the foundation shades fit me perfectly. However, I got darker since then because I've had this for about 3 weeks now, playing with it and trying to do stuff with it. And because I got darker, I was able to mix up the 4 shades of foundation that they sent me and actually create a shade that is perfect for my skin tone right now. Temptu, you're limited with doing that. You can't do that. You have to go out and buy a complete different foundation color. You know, this color still manages to work for me. How, I don't know, because I am darker than when I had it shaded. However, it still fits me now. So maybe it was a bit darker then, I don't know. But like once you get darker or something, you have to go buy a new foundation shade. And you could be at a point where you're in between foundation shades, so you can't really do the mix and match thing because of that. It's either you are that shade or you're not. If you're looking for more bang for your buck, where you want to do a complete look, go this way. If you're fine with just doing foundation and blush and highlight, then, you know, this could be all that you need. But I don't know. I personally would prefer the Dinair over the Temptu, but I still do like the Temptu, so it's not a knock on one or the other, or it's not that I don't like the Temptu. I do like it. I do use it. But if you're someone who's looking for more bang for their buck, this would have to be the way to go, in my opinion, because of what you can do with it. You're not limited to just this, and that. You can do the whole thing. The whole shebang! Anyways, that's really it for this video. I just wanted to do a quick comparison of the 2 products because I figured, well, since I was sent both of them by both companies, I do a comparison of the stuff. So there's no compensation for this other than the fact that I got the products for free. And that's it.